Some crows manufacture their own tools and solve puzzles that take several steps to crack. Elephants remember individuals for decades and stop to mourn their dead. Dolphins call each other by name and recognize their own reflection. Chimpanzees pass traditions down through generations, a genuine form of culture. And orangutans plan ahead, improvise, and learn in ways that look unsettlingly human. But which one of them is the smartest? These are 5 of the smartest animals on Earth. Before we start, one thing matters. Intelligence isn't a single test. Animals can be brilliant in completely different ways, from building tools and solving problems to remembering individuals and navigating social worlds more complicated than ours. So this isn't a definitive scientific ranking. It's 5 animals whose minds have repeatedly stunned the researchers studying them. Let's start at number 5. Number 5. The crow. It weighs less than a kilogram, and its brain could sit comfortably in your hand. But that brain is packed so densely with neurons that it rivals a great ape. Wrong a crow, and it will remember your face for years, then teach its family to hate you too. So birds that never even met you will scold you in the street. Crows bend wire into hooks to fish out food and solve multi-step puzzles, understanding cause and effect like a little scientist. They even hold what look like funerals, gathering silently around a fallen crow. And people who feed crows have received gifts in return: buttons, beads, tiny bones. But intelligence this sharp isn't limited to birds. Number 4. The elephant. The largest brain of any land animal, and it uses every gram of it. Elephants are one of the only species on Earth that recognize themselves in a mirror. They understand the concept of me, but their real genius is emotional. When a herd finds the bones of one of their own, they stop, fall silent, and gently touch the skull with their trunks, returning to that same spot for years. They comfort each other in distress, remember friends after decades apart, and hear one another's calls from miles away through the ground, through their feet. This is an animal that grieves, remembers, and feels. But leave the land behind, and there's a mind built entirely around sound. Number 3. The dolphin. Beneath the surface lives an animal whose whole world is built from sound. Every dolphin invents its own signature whistle as a baby, a name it keeps for life, and others will copy that exact whistle to call for it across the open ocean. They use tools, carrying sea sponges on their noses to protect them while hunting the seafloor, and mothers teach that trick to their daughters, passing it down like a tradition. And they sleep with only half their brain at a time, one eye open, because if they fully slept, they would stop breathing. But the most fascinating thing about intelligence might not be recognizing yourself. It might be learning from everyone else. Number 2. The chimpanzee. Our closest cousin, sharing around 98% of our DNA. And it shows. Chimps build and use an entire toolkit: sticks to fish for termites, stones to crack nuts, chewed leaves as sponges to soak up water, and crucially, they learn these from each other. In one famous memory test, young chimps beat adult humans, glancing at a screen of numbers for a fraction of a second and recalling their exact positions instantly, something almost no person can do. They plan for the future, wage strategic conflicts between groups, and deceive each other. Different chimp communities even develop different traditions, behaviors learned socially rather than inherited. Looking into a chimp's eyes, it's impossible to pretend nobody's home. But if you think the smartest animal on this list has to be the loudest or the fastest, the one at number 1 is going to surprise you. Number 1. The orangutan. Deep in the forests of Southeast Asia lives an animal that spends much of its life alone and possesses an extraordinary ability to learn. If the chimp is muscle and speed, the orangutan is the quiet genius. In captivity, orangutans have picked locks, and one worked out how to siphon water, planning several steps ahead before acting. They've been seen using leaves as gloves, as napkins, even as whistles to change the sound of their own voice. And in the wild, they build a new bed every single night, weaving branches into a mattress, with a roof for the rain. What truly sets them apart is how they learn, slowly, carefully, watching for years before acting. The same deep, deliberate way a human child masters the world. Young orangutans stay with their mothers longer than almost any other animal, learning behaviors that differ from forest to forest. Raised around people, some have learned sign language and used it to make jokes and to lie. The name orangutan literally means person of the forest, and the more we study them, the more that name feels less like poetry and more like a simple description. So, which one is truly the smartest? The answer depends entirely on what you mean by intelligence. The crow excels at raw problem solving. The elephant carries extraordinary social memory. The dolphin communicates in ways we still can't fully decode. The chimpanzee learns and teaches like we do, and the orangutan solves the world slowly and deliberately. Nature doesn't have one definition of intelligence. So, the next time you see a crow on a lamppost or an elephant in a documentary, remember, you may be looking at a mind far more sophisticated than it appears. Which animal surprised you most? Follow for more wild facts.